Hi LASEC, my name is Eric Ron, or also known as Egg. I run the YouTube channel Tekkers Breakdown, where I give insights into untold stories within soccer or football. I want to be part of the 2026 Professional Development Program Summit with LASEC because I know the power that LASEC has and what all the great things that they do within LA and sports. I experienced this firsthand when working for my family's business, and I had the opportunity to work at Futbol 56, where I was a project manager. This really inspired me deeply to become more involved in sports and look forward to a career within sports. And now I'm excited for the World Cup to be coming to LA. I want to be able to document that, and I want to be able to grow my channel where I become a respected voice within LA in reporting on soccer and football, and to document the growth of soccer within our community. It's a big goal of mine. I've been to San Diego. I have an apartment out there where I love the city. It's so beautiful. I love the beach, but deep down, I always know I'm an Angelino and that I'm committed. Now I'm trying to grow my education. I've applied to community colleges to try and get more sports management under me while I work my way towards getting to a master's program for sports management, so I can continue to grow my brand and get more involved and create more businesses within sports and in the sports arena, whether it's sports gels or creating jerseys that I find amazing, that I think that are important. And in this next snippet, I just wanted to show you one of my ideas for a jersey. I call it, right now it's workshopping. It's just a mock-up. It's called King Dreams. It's a jersey that came to me when I was watching this class that I'm taking. Right now I'm in a Stanford program learning about the World Cup history and just the business of soccer. And before that, I took a free course with the Coca-Cola FC Academy. The person that designed the LAFC logo, this one right here, Matt Wolf, he was discussing some of the things that inspired him, and it made me want to create another jersey. I'm working on already creating one and having it produced for my channel and celebrating 1 year. But he in there inspired me to think about, you know what, I wanted to think of a jersey for Atlanta. They were speaking of Atlanta United, and I thought, well, I've never seen Atlanta United's Martin Luther King jersey, and I couldn't find it. I know that the Atlanta Hawks have one, but I could not find that one, which inspired me to do a mock of what I call the King Dreams jersey. It's something I want to bring to life with my brand. I took in elements of the two first black soccer players in mind, the first black professional soccer player, as well as the first black international soccer player. So just to share a little bit of that story with you now, I will show you the clip I did. I'm trying to currently get to monetization, and I'm trying to get more hours. So I've tried out different formats, different things, using Reels, and one of those now is doing live videos. So this is from one of the live videos that I just did earlier this week. I hope you enjoy. I think those two individuals are huge for soccer and any person that enjoys hearing about times where minorities triumph. So the idea for the jersey in this concept jersey was the fact that I've seen the Atlanta Hawks. They've had MLK jerseys before. But I wonder if Atlanta United ever had an MLK type jersey, or like something like that. And I wanted to do an homage, pay some respect for right now it's been peace prizes going from FIFA to Donald Trump, and I had my questions about the validity of why the award was coming about all of us so sudden, it was never a thing before, and then all of a sudden it's becoming a thing. But I just felt like there needed to be something else where I could give an homage to, I think, a hero of peace in my mind. And taking the Coca-Cola FC class and hearing from one of the best soccer designers, in my opinion, in the world, in Matt Wolf, in what he was able to create with Nike, creating the LAFC logo, creating the SD Wave logo, and made me motivated to try to create another jersey. And what started my idea was the fact that Atlanta Hawks have had an MLK jersey for MLK Day. And, I didn't think I wanted to wait for MLK Day. I wanted to design something now to represent some of the things that, the philosophies, and really think about that. How can you make those philosophies come into soccer? And I thought no better way than using the word king, and being the king of the court. When you play your king, and then being creating a dream king for everyone that's out there that sees themselves as a king of the court, to continue dreaming, to continue pursuing. And that's what I've been doing with Tekkers Breakdown is to continue dreaming, to continue pursuing. And really giving homage to that, I did the 3 stripes in the front. I did that because I wanted a cross-diagonal stripe. One of the camisetas negras in Brazil, which is they were one of the first teams that had in Brazil that had not African American players, excuse me, but African players, or players of African descent on their team. They had Vasco da Gama. They had those players, and they were playing well, but the other teams didn't like it. They didn't like that they had African descent players. They didn't have that. They had black players. So the president made a big decision when all the teams decided to start a new league, and said that Vasco da Gama could only join the league if they got rid of all their black players. So Vasco da Gama decided that they would not be doing that, and they would not be joining that league. And Vasco da Gama, they're known for a large white diagonal band across their chest, so I wanted to incorporate that into the feel of the jersey. And then the 3 stripes, I think it was good. How much it means to the Black Lives Matter movement. And I know that's something that part of what Dr. King would have stood for, standing for the rights of people in this country, in the United States. So I wanted to incorporate that, and that's really where I got this for. I really want it to be more of a bright, like silver, like gold color, and like this is just the color I'm working with right now. And if you look on the sides here, let me see if I could go ahead and scroll to the side profile. I have the rest in power, not only for King, but also for the legends of the soccer game that made it big for black players within all of football. So if you look at the back, I have, you could look at the other armband. I have the world right there outlined on the armband. And then Tekkers Breakdown at the top, Power plus Dreams, AW. So by having AW, the reason why I put AW there is because there is 2 famous football players that are not spoken about, and I feel like they are an untold story within football. If they were, you have Andrew Wharton, as well as, let me pull it up, see if I could get this going. But they are both, let me see, Andrew Wharton, I'll read it out right now, exactly what it is. So Andrew Wharton, let me see. Andrew Watson, he was the first black international football player, so his initials are AW. And he actually led Scotland to beating England. I believe it was about 6-0. So he's the first ever black international player, and he's really paved the way and lived out the dreams that he had, and didn't let his skin color hold him back. And to me, that's something I'm passionate about in the United States, of being a minority and seeing the way that some minorities are treated in this country, especially now. With ICE being present, I think it's tough. It's tough, and I relate to that struggle. And I was
looking for an Atlanta United jersey, like, oh, I would like to have an MLK jersey, like a jersey that represents the notion of MLK, the dream of in this country of being atop the mountaintop, and doing what's right for your community and the people around you, and that's what I want for Tekkers Breakdown, creating a community around football and doing what's right, even when it's not easy. So if you look at it, it's Power plus Dreams, AW for Andrew Watson, and then also the first Black Premier League player ever. So Arthur Wharton. So Arthur Wharton, initials AW. So both of them, Andrew Watson and then Arthur Wharton. He was the first ever Black professional footballer in the world and the first to play in the English top flight, which is basically what would be the Premier League. So he's setting the ground for everyone to come after him. Both of them are what I would consider, like baseball has Jackie Robinson. That's Andrew Watson. That's Arthur Wharton. But they're unsung. They're the untold stories within football. And that's the type of stuff I like to cover here on Tekkers Breakdown and just bring light to that. I have 63 on the back because that was the year that the famous I Have a Dream speech was given. And I think that has always given people the ability to dream and to wish for something greater. And I stand with that. As a Tekkers Breakdown, a minority within the United States, I stand behind that, of the ability of equality and everyone being... maybe I got to add equality somewhere on the jersey, maybe under the 63. Let me know. Let me know what you think of it. Is this something you would cop? I'm trying to come out with this jersey maybe sometime in the future. I got to concentrate on the first class one, but it's a concept, and I think it's an amazing concept of bringing this together. And I would rock this jersey hard. I think it's sick. I think it's really sick.
That's what I like to bring eyes to, the untold stories, the stories that not many people know about within soccer. That's what I want to share with LA and the world. And I hope that through your program, I can gain tools or just create friendships that will help me spread that dream throughout the world. Thank you, LASEC. Either way, I'm going to be supporting you and being a cheerleader for your organization, and I wish you all the best.